Hi, I'm Kim. I own a software company. I give Microsoft 365 a 4 out of 5. I have used many open source softwares over the years. The main reason I've had Microsoft, but mostly I use the open source because they were free. I could download several different ones, have different options where I needed them. But then when Microsoft went to Microsoft 365, I liked their features and decided to go 100% with them. I use Microsoft 365 mostly for the sharing features. Instead of emailing files, which get overlooked and lost, I can type up a document or an Excel sheet, and I simply go to the share, put in the person's email address, and usually it's a client when we're building something for them, and I can send them the document or the spreadsheet and say, okay, this is what the information we have. And then they can edit it, and I can watch them edit it, and it auto saves for them. It's really a simple way for me to exchange information without it getting lost. I can also copy a public link, and I can get them on a chat, give them the link, talk to them uh, through the computer where they're actually looking at it and editing it, and I'm editing it. This is important for me because I've been doing it 20 years and I have so many emails that people miss. They get busy, they need to get back to, and they don't. So with this, I have a system in place and it's all saved to the cloud. I also like the Excel because I like the way the Excel sheets haven't really changed, but they're faster. Um, I had a project where I had to change a lot of PDFs over to Excel to put into software. And I was able to work between the PDF and the Excel to move my data without it having to be rehand typed in. Um, and that really helps to be able to set up the Excel sheets in my business where you need to put a lot of information into a software product. A lot of times I would get information in old fashioned tables. And the one way I integrated that was so helpful was it was easy to move the information, the table. This a lot of people did on Word because that's all they knew better, or they did it on open source, and I could move it to Word. And then I was able to take that data, put it in Excel, and send it on to over whoever else in my system could work on it, or I can upload it to the software. It's mostly was moving information back and forth. If I had a person who didn't understand the Excel sheet, and with my clientele, that's very often, then I could take that and move it to a Word doc. They would look at it in the Word doc, even though it was the same as Excel. They could read it. They could make sure everything was the way they wanted it, and I could put it back into that. Um, and a lot of times I have freelancers, and this seems to be a system that they all know, which was another really great feature because it was easy for me to once again share things that are on the cloud, so I know they're saving, to whoever I want to say, call up and say, oh, I need this proofread. Then I can take it, share it onto them, they take it, proofread it, let me know when they're done, and I've got a finished product. And I didn't have to go through who's got the file, where is it, what's going on. Everything is in one place for me to look at and manage the people around me. I would recommend that when you're thinking about Microsoft 365, do I need the personal version? Do I need a professional version? There's a lot of different packages they offer, so I think you should check that carefully. Also note that you will get a OneDrive that has a lot of space in it, which I ended up moving a lot from one cloud over to the other. So that is a feature to think about and how much space you are going to need in the cloud. Um, Make sure you decide how you might watch some videos on how to share items. There is SharePoint, but it's very intimidating. So if you have a client that's not really good with software, you need to have that share option, know how to use it. Um, Basically, this is software that most people know, so that if you are going to use it with other people, most people at least have a basic concept of what Word is, Word, Excel, and these and PowerPoint and these things that have been around for a very long time. We've all used them. This is just better because it's all there on the cloud. So I think the main thing is to look at it and decide what package you need and how far out you're going to go with other people. Is it going to be a simple thing, or do you need, you might want to say, okay, we're all going to use SharePoint, but you might want to find a good video to go with it to explain it, because it can be a bit intimidating unless you watch a couple of videos or take a little training, and then it's not.